Good morning, friends. So, in the earlier lecture, we have studied underdamped vibrations. Okay, what we have studied? The solution of the system was given by x is equal to C1 into e raised to S1t plus C2 into e raised to S2t. Okay, and in the overdamped system, the value of zeta is greater than 1, that is C is greater than Cc. Okay, and the roots were negative, real and unequal. Okay, and what was the type of motion we got in overdamped system? It was a aperiodic motion, that is also known as a non-vibratory motion. Okay, now today we are going to study the second case of types of vibrating system. Okay, damped vibrating system. So second case is known as critically damped system, wherein value of zeta is equal to 1. That means C is equal to Cc. That means damping coefficient is equal to critical damping coefficient. Means what? Whatever the damping is required by that particular vibratory system, we are providing exactly the same damping, that much damping only which was needed by that system. That means zeta is equal to 1. So damping was not over damped and not under damped. Exactly the same what is required by that system, that much damping we are providing. Okay, so again there are two parts of this system we are going to study. First is analytical solution and second is physical interpretation. Okay, now let us study the analytical solution. So we have studied that the roots or the solution of characteristic equation of vibratory motion is given by S1 and S2 is equal to, S1 and S2 are what? These are the roots of characteristic equation of vibratory system. So S1 and S2 is equal to minus zeta plus or minus square root of zeta square minus 1 bracket complete into omega n. Okay, now here zeta is equal to 1. Okay, we are specifically studying critically damped system wherein zeta is equal to 1. So put the value of zeta is equal to 1 here. What are we getting? We get the roots which are negative, equal and real. Okay, so let us put the value of zeta is equal to 1. Okay, so zeta is equal to 1. That means S1 and S2 is equal to minus 1 plus or minus square root of 1 minus 1 bracket complete into omega n. So square root of 1 minus 1, this term will become 0. Okay, so what is remaining? Minus 1 into omega n, that is equal to minus omega n. So what roots we got here? S1 and S2 is equal to minus omega n. That means S1 is also equal to minus omega n and S2 is also equal to minus omega n. That means both the roots are equal and both the roots are negative because the minus sign is there. Okay, and these are the real roots because there is no say complex or conjugate root. Okay, so now put the value of these roots into your solution. What solution we got? We know that for any differential equation of second order, the general solution is given as x is equal to C1 into e raised to S1t plus C2 into t into e raised to S1t. Now see, here you may get confused or you may ask, why did we multiply by t here? Okay, the answer is that, see, this is the solution of say second order differential equation. Okay, if I don't multiply by t here, okay, and you see the roots are equal, S1 is equal to S2, that means S1 and S1. So if I take common e raised to S1t for both the terms, what are we getting? E raised to S1t into bracket C1 plus C2. C1 plus C2 will give you third constant, that is C3 suppose. Okay, so what will be the equation in that case? X is equal to C3 into e raised to S1t. So there will be only one constant, that is C3, and this is not possible for second order differential equation, because when we solve second order differential equation, as it is a second order, we must get two constant. There must be two constant. Okay. So if I get the C1 and C2, means not multiply by T here, I will get only one constant. Okay. Then that is not possible in the second order differential equation. That solution will be wrong. Hence, your solution will be just here in the second term or in the first term, you have to multiply by T. T is the time. Okay. So what is the solution for this critically damped equation? We have to assume, because roots are equal, then only it is possible. For unequal roots, it is not possible. For unequal roots, you should not multiply by this T. Okay. Which we have seen in the overdamped system. So here, what is the solution we are assuming? X is equal to C1 into e raised to S1t plus C2 into T into e raised to S1t. Okay, now put the value of S1 here. What did we get here? S1 and S2 both are having the values minus omega n. So put the value of S1 here. So X is equal to C1 e raised to minus omega n t plus C2 into T e raised to minus omega n t. Okay, so take common e raised to minus omega n t. So what will remain in the bracket? C1 plus C2t. This is the solution. Okay. So now we have to find out the values of constant C1 and C2. So what we should do? We have to apply the initial conditions to find out the values of C1 and C2. Then when we put the value of C1 and C2 here, we will get final solution. X is equal to, and that we have to do it now. Okay. So what are the initial conditions we are assuming? As we have assumed in the earlier case, that is overdamped system. So what were the initial conditions? At T is equal to 0, X is equal to capital XO. And second condition, at T is equal to 0, X dot is equal to 0. That means what? I have pulled the system downward, and that position I have assumed T is equal to 0. That means for T is equal to 0, the system has displaced by certain amount, that is capital XO. And as I am not pushing the system, I am just releasing it. I am just leaving it. So initial velocity will be 0. Okay. So as we have to apply this condition of X dot, let us first differentiate this X. Okay. Now see, there are two terms here. C1 plus C2t. Treat this as U, and e raised to minus omega n t, treat this as V. So U into V. What is the differentiation of U into V? You know, U into dV by dt plus V into du by dt. So apply this rule. So what is on left hand side? Okay, X dot is equal to, okay, V as it is. So e raised to minus omega n t as it is into differentiation of first term. Differentiation of C1 is 0 because constant. Differentiation of C2t is C2. So into C2 plus U as it is. What is the U? C1 plus C2t as it is. Differentiation of e raised to minus omega n t is minus omega n into e raised to minus omega n t. Okay. So you just simplify it. C2 into e raised to minus omega n t minus, because this minus sign we have brought here, minus C1 plus C2t into omega n into e raised to minus omega n t. Okay. Now apply first condition. What is first condition? At T is equal to 0, X is equal to XO. Okay. So this is your equation. So X is equal to XO is equal to C1 plus 0 because T is 0 into e raised to 0. So what did you get? C1 is equal to XO. So you got the value of C1. Now put this value of C1. Okay. Or now apply the second condition. Okay. So X dot is equal to 0. Okay. So 0 is equal to C2 into e raised to 0 because T is 0 minus into bracket C1 plus 0 because T is equal to 0 into omega n into e raised to 0. So what did you get? 0 is equal to C2 minus C1 into omega n. So C2 is equal to C1 into omega n. Put the value of C1 here, that is XO. So what did you get for C2? C2 is equal to XO into omega n. So you got the values of two constant. C1 is equal to XO C2 is equal to XO into omega n. Okay. See, if your initial conditions are different, your values are different, and that is only the maybe asking the problem. Okay. So now put the values of C1 and C2 into your original solution. What is your original solution? X is equal to C1 plus C2t into e raised to minus omega n t. So put the value of C1, that is XO. Put the value of C2, that is XO into omega n into t into e raised to minus omega n t. So what you can take common? XO. Okay. So X is equal to XO into bracket 1 plus omega n t into e raised to minus omega n t. This is the solution of critically damped system. Okay. Now, if I want to write down this in terms of dimensionless form, what should I do? Take this XO on left hand side. So left hand side will be ratio of two amplitudes, okay, or two displacement you can say. So X upon XO is equal to what? 1 plus omega n t bracket complete into e raised to minus omega n t. So again, you have to plot the graph of displacement versus time. Okay, on left hand side it will be, that is on y axis, it will be X upon XO, that is dimensionless term, and on x axis there will be omega n t, that is angle. Okay, so for zeta is equal, now this is the explanation I have given why you should choose this solution C1 plus C2t into e raised to S1t. Okay, already I have explained this solution. Now mathematical part it is over. Okay, so what solution we got for mathematical, from mathematical part? X is equal to XO into bracket 1 plus omega n t into e raised to minus omega n t. Okay, now what is physical interpretation of this equation? Okay, that means what is the response of this system, or what is the displacement time graph for this system? Okay, so if I think the diagram is already above, we will go to that diagram, okay, where we had drawn displacement time graph. Let me go there. That color, if you remember, we had drawn 4 displacement time graphs in one diagram only. Okay, where is it? Yeah, this one. Okay, see, in this diagram we have shown 4 cases, that is over dam. Okay, this is shown by red color. Okay, we have already studied this in the earlier lecture. And then see, this is by green color. This is the case of critically damped system, that is zeta is equal to 1. So over damped and critically damped motion is, nature is similar. That means it is aperiodic motion. Critically damped is also aperiodic motion. It is also known as a non-vibratory motion. Okay, then what is the difference? Over damped system will take infinitely too much time to come to the stable position, that means reach to the equilibrium position. But in critically damped system will come to the rest position, that is equilibrium position, in the shortest possible time. Okay, see, that is the difference. Otherwise their nature is exactly same. So this is the graph, this is the physical interpretation. Okay, now see, this is also exponential curve. Okay, it is decreasing as time increasing. So the value of x, that is displacement, it is decreasing as time increases. That is the why are we getting this? Because the term is e raised to minus something. Okay, e raised to minus omega nt. That's why we are getting it negative. Okay, so let us go to this critically damped system. We were studying the physical interpretation of critically damped system. Okay. Okay, this is our equation. See, e raised to minus omega nt. That means what? As x increases, as t increases, x decreases. Okay, that's why it is a decrease in the x. And now, where we what are the applications of this system, that is critically damped system? It is having very critical application, you can say. Because why we call it as a critically damped system? Because it is really difficult to say provide the damping which is exactly requirement of the system. Okay, so it is somewhat difficult to provide exact damping whatever is required by the system. So this is let us read this, that as t tends to infinity, x decreases. Okay, the non-dimensional displacement time plot of the system is governed by this equation, that is equation number 13. We have studied this. Okay, so this is also a periodic motion, and in this case the displacement time curve lies below any of the curves for over damped system. Okay, that is when the damping factor is such that the system is about to reach to its stable position but is not allowed to cross that position. That is nothing but the non-vibratory system. Okay, so this means the vibrating body which has been displaced from its mean position, okay, it would come to the state of rest in the smallest possible time without executing oscillatory motion. Okay, see, whenever there is an oscillatory motion, remember one thing: whenever there is an oscillatory motion or vibratory motion or simple harmonic motion, sine or cos term must be present in that system. Okay, was the sine or cos term present in overdamped system? No, that's why it was non-vibratory motion. Was the sine or cos term present in this system? Just now we have studied x is equal to xo. No, there is no sine or cos term. That means this motion is a aperiodic motion or non-vibratory motion. Okay, so what are its applications now? Okay, the special feature of the critical damping is used for many practical applications. Okay, let us study the first application. Okay, where it used large guns, those are provided with the dashpot with critical value of damping, that means zeta is equal to 1. Okay, therefore they return to their original position after recoil in minimum possible time without vibrating and are therefore ready for the next firing without delay. You can imagine whenever soldiers they fire large guns, those are very heavy guns. Okay, if the damping provided at the larger guns were over damped, what will happen? The spring which was stretched, it will take too much time to come to its original position. Okay, so that the soldier should be ready for the next firing. No, so to keep it ready for the next firing, it will be taking too much time, and that is not accepted in these guns. No, guns are used always to fire immediately all the firings. Okay, so here we are using critical damping system, so that whatever the damping is provided to these large guns, that is of critical value, that is zeta is equal to 1, so that the gun should be ready with the next firing immediately after the earlier firing. Okay, this was the first application. Now the second application is in a hydraulic door closer, where we want the door to return to its original position immediately after it has been opened. Okay, see, you might have experienced this hydraulic door closer. If you go to either Xerox shop or any air conditioning room or any mall or this thing, there the hydraulic door closers are used. Okay, now depending on how much is the damping provided in that door closer, the door will return to its original position, in the minimum possible time. If damping is very close to 1, that means higher damping, okay, then it will take say somewhat larger time. If damping would have been very less than 1, that means say 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. Okay, what's the value of zeta here? This is the value of zeta lying between 0 to 1, because when zeta is equal to 1, that means damping is 0. When zeta is equal to when zeta is equal to 0, the damping is not present, 0. And when zeta is equal to 1, that is a critical damping. And when zeta is greater than 1, that becomes the system over damped system, which we have studied in earlier case. Okay, so here we have to maintain the value of zeta almost equal to 1. Okay, almost equal to 1, near to 1, you can say. Now, what is the third application? Electric instruments are designed using the property of critical damping where displaced body is brought to the equilibrium is minimum possible time. Okay, see, if you consider the doorbell, whenever we press the doorbell, it will ring. Okay, and the sound will come, and as soon as we take out our finger, it will immediately stop. Why it will immediately stop? Because the damping provided in that instrument, it is critical damping, so that in the minimum possible time the system should come to its mean position or equilibrium position. Okay, so here we have completed the second type of damping system, that is known as a critical damping system. Okay, so what we studied today, critically damped system, that was the second case of say types of damping system. First is over damped, second is critically damped, third is under damped system, which we are going to study in the next lecture. Okay, so in the this critically damped system, the value of zeta is equal to 1. Okay, that's why the solution we are getting x is equal to xo into bracket whatever that equation we are getting. Okay, and how the graph we are getting, it is the same as overdam system. The only difference is that the system will come to the rest position immediately after it has been displaced in minimum possible time. Okay, and the motion is again a periodic or non-vibratory motion. Okay, so in the next lecture we are going to study very important type of system, that is under damped system, which is having 90% weightage of your damped system cases. Okay, I will stop here now.